Strike.
1978, you struck out 18 hitters.
Good crowd here at the stadium tonight, and they're going to be behind Guidry on every pitch that he throws. All right, he's going to swing away now and strikes out. He foul-tipped it in Munson's mitt. So Guidry picks up his first strikeout of this ball game. Listen to the crowd now, and every two-strike count, you'll hear him. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out. Strike three is called, and Guidry gets out of the jam. The Red Sox at the moment are 7.5 games ahead of the Yankees. 2-2 pitch will be coming, and he struck him out. Third strikeout for Guidry. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Strike three swinging. Fourth strikeout for Guidry. And the 2-2 pitch again. Struck him out. Swing and a miss. That's 5 for Guidry. 3 in a row. Struck him out. That is 6 for Guidry.
2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Got it. 7th strikeout for Guidry, and there's one away. Here's a 2-strike pitch. Swung on and missed. 8th strikeout for Guidry, and there are 2 outs. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Redmond. Swung on and missed. Guidry has struck out the side. That's his 9th strikeout. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him with a high fastball. One away. Strikeout number 10 for Ron Guidry.
And Bill, some fans here tonight have a sign, Louisiana Lightning. Ron will run them out of town.
A double by Grich in the first, singles by Miller and Chalk in the third. 1-2, call strike 3. Caught him looking. And Bobby Grich is called out for out number 2. Breaking ball is swung on and missed. Guidry has now struck out every Angel in the batting order. Here's a 2-strike pitch. Swung on and missed. Rudy goes down swinging. Payoff pitch to Baylor. Swung on and missed. Got him with a breaking ball. Guidry strikes out the side for the 3rd time in the ball game. Strikeout number 14.
Guidry winds. And the pitch. Struck him out. Holy cow, number 15. And listen to the roar. The kick. The pitch. Strike 3. Holy cow, that's number 16 for Guidry. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The kick. The pitch. He got him. Number 17. Holy cow. And the noise builds up. Holy cow! 18 strikeouts. This is unbelievable. Ground ball is third. Nettles, great play. Throw to second. Ball game's over. Ron Guidry being greeted by his teammates, although it was the final game of the World Series. What an exhibition by the Louisiana Lightning man. And the crowd on their feet. The final score, Yankees 4, Angels nothing. The crowd kept applauding for Guidry to come out. Guidry did and got another standing ovation. The totals in the ball game for the Yankees: 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors. For the Angels, no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher, Ron Guidry, is 11-0. He now has 21 consecutive scoreless innings.
How much effect was the crowd to
I
the?
didn't know about the strikeouts at all. I was worried about the game itself. You know, you have to understand at the time that it happened in June, we were probably 10, 11 games out of first. We were still way behind Boston. And every time that I'd go out to pitch, I know I'm pitching well. I got, I have a winning streak. Certainly I don't want to lose any games, but I couldn't afford to lose a game more so for the team. if I lost a game in that time and we lost 3 or 4 more games, it could steamroll into an 8, 9, 10, 11 game losing streak. So for me, every time I started, you know, my start was important. So I was concentrating more on winning my game that I'm pitching. And I don't recall who I was pitching against that night, but the team staked me to a 3 or 4 run lead quick. So I made it, I was more focused on not giving up any runs every time I went out. And then all of a sudden, as you're striking out guys, you know, the crowd got up on every 2 strike count that I had on guys. And you hear them, and, you know, it certainly builds you up, you know, but I guess I thought more about, ooh, this has got to affect the hitter more than it affects me. So I really didn't try to strike out any guys, like I said, until when I came in after the 7th. You've done it before. Every inning you come in, you sit down next to your catcher, you go over the hitters coming up next inning. At least give me an idea of what you're going to call so you don't call something that I might not throw. And you know how Thurman was. He was funny to pitch. You know, he was good to pitch to. He's great. But he was funny doing it because he always had headaches when he was pitching. So he called a changeup one time when I was pitching in bases loaded situation. And I almost balked because I had to tell myself, step off, call timeout, and get him out. But anyway, when we sat down after the top of the 7th, they posted on the board I had tied Ford's record at 15. So that's the only time that we knew what we had. And I was amazed that he didn't know that already, because you know he's an astute student of the game. So he told me the first thing was, you know, he said the major league record is 19. So he said, we're going to go for it. And I told him, I said, listen, dude, I said, you have to call this game because we need to win this game. And that game's more important than me setting records. Okay. So, and you know Thurman, and this is what he responded to me. He told me face to face, he said, okay, he said, I'll give you the 8th inning. He said, but if you're close in the 9th inning, he said, you're going to go for that record, or so help me, I'll break your left shoulder. And you know, to this day, you're going like, you know, I think he was serious. But
you better believe he was.
But when I went out in the top of the 9th, TJ, it's the only guys, and it's the only time that I went out with the thought that I'm going to try to strike you out. I didn't before. And I got the first 2 guys. I think Baylor got a base hit. The next guy ground out, you know, history. But, you know, those nights only come once in a while, or else everybody would do it all the time. So every time I threw a pitch right down the middle, they'd take. Every time I threw one in the dirt, they'd swing. You know, if I threw it high, they'd swing. If I throw it low, they'd take. It was a strike. You know, it's one of those nights where everything just falls into place.
That's when you should have, after the game, started looking for handbags.
Strike